Hi, my name is Keenan from Longhouse, and today we are doing our local business spotlight. With me today is Scott Hyde from
Hello.
Fraser Valley Beltone. Scott, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Good. So to start off this interview, I'd just like to know a bit more about you. Obviously, I know you because we've been buddies for a couple of years now through jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Right?
I think you might have choked me a couple of times.
Once or twice maybe, but I think you've got me as well.
Yeah, once.
For everyone watching, what's something that they can be on the lookout for as maybe a first sign of hearing loss? Something that they should be looking for maybe in themselves or a loved one?
What was that?
So, what is something that everyone watching can...
Yeah, exactly.
Threw me off. I gotta ask the question again. No, I'll ask it one more time. Just so you get it.
Couldn't hear you.
That's
what it is. I mean, that's what it is. It's you know what? More and more people will be kind of difficult to hear. You'll miss little bits and pieces.
Oh,
of
I missed that. That went over my head.
You're just getting it now.
Jeez,
that's pretty good.
That's brutal.
Attaboy. So.
Making fun of me on my own show. This is a big show. I'm breaking the fourth wall. I'm looking at A's. I hear them laughing at me.
So anyway, yeah, that's what it is. It's more and more people will sound like they're mumbling. In fact, a lot of folks will come in here saying, you know what, I don't think I have a hearing problem. I just think my wife or my husband or whoever is just mumbling. And sometimes they are just mumbling, and other times it's because the hearing has gradually gotten a little bit worse. So first signs of hearing loss are usually something like that. You know, people seem to mumble. There's a whole bunch of other different signs. So if you're ever wondering, just get it tested. It's not a big deal, and we'll be upfront with you. If you don't need any help, you're good to go.
Like you run a successful business. What is a good piece of advice that's maybe industry agnostic, meaning that any industry could benefit from this advice? What would you tell a person who's running a business or a person who is thinking about starting a business? How can they be successful?
There really is I don't think there's anything new under the sun. I think that you just have to treat people properly. And what I mean is do what you said you were going to do. I think kind of what is old is new again. So good old-fashioned customer service, follow through, play the long game, take care of people, they'll take care of you. That's it.
Well, and you mentioned your customers. Yes. I was going to ask, and it may be that the answer is your customers, but what is your favorite thing about what you do?
It's truly the people that I get to meet. Sometimes I think about that. I think about most of our clients are seniors, and I sometimes marvel at how much life these people have lived and how much these people have seen and how much I have to learn from these people. So they're not just my customers. In many cases, they've become friends, and it's so cool. It's the best part about my job for sure, bar none.
Cool. Yeah, some of them I assume have probably told you tons of stories and.
Yeah. Yes, I've heard some pretty interesting stories. I don't know if I can think of something off the top of my head, but every day you kind of wonder what, especially if you see certain folks on your client list for the day, your appointment book for the day, you go, oh, this is going to be an interesting appointment.
You know you're ready for a good time.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Bring your A game.
Yeah. What is an average experience for someone who's coming into Fraser Valley Beltone? Maybe they've had some sign of hearing loss that they think that they need a hearing test for. What would they do when they come to you?
The initial process is just the hearing test, prescription of the hearing aids, fitting of the hearing aids, and in the first few months we'll see people several times. It's not the type of thing that we say, see you later, hopefully it works. We'll be following up, we'll know how you're doing. And then after that we like to see people a few times a year, so just want to make sure that you're doing well, truly.
Sure. And when did you start the business?
2009.
Okay. And I know you have two locations, one here in Langley and also one in Abbotsford. When did you start the second location? That
one added on in 2015. So actually, funny story. I grew up in Portage la Prairie, Manitoba, in the middle of nowhere.
I've been there.
Some would say it's the P stop between Winnipeg and Brandon. Anyway, my mom and dad were still out there. My dad called me one day a few years ago and said, I'm going to go back to school. I said, what? You're like 60-something years old. What are you going to do? He said, I'm going to do the hearing aid course. I said, what? It's like 2.5 years, Dad. Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to come work for you. I said, what? So that was his, I guess, job interview. So I'm not sure how you tell your dad that he's not really, our type.
Your dad's a good interviewer.
Yeah,
he got the job, didn't he?
Yeah, he's fantastic. So he handles the Abbotsford office. I handle this one, and it's all in the family. I guess it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Do any of your kids, you think, will one of them take over the business someday? They're a bit young, but
I don't know. It's like taking over the family farm. Maybe, but who knows? Who knows? I think all of them want to be like superheroes right now.
Yeah.
One of them is Batman, by the way.
Cool. Awesome. Well, I think that concludes the interview. If anyone wants to check out Scott's business, Fraser Valley Beltone, go to fraservalleybeltone.com. Anything else you'd like to add?
Nope. Give us a call. We'll have a lot of fun. It's good.
Cool. Thank you.